welcome to Cooking with Sylv Mac, and today I am making carbonara with seared blackened scallops. Okay, I know they don't go together because carbonara is Italian and then seared scallops or blackened scallops is like Cajun or Creole, Cajun. But I just like to cook whatever tastes good, and then I put my little spin on it. So with the carbonara, of course, that is an Italian, like a cream sauce that's only made with a few ingredients. It's made with pancetta, so I like to get this at Fry's. And you want to cook that. So put that all into the pot. And I don't have enough pancetta, so I decided that I'm going to also add some bacon. So you just cut that up. And the important thing here is that you want that fat that the bacon and that the pancetta is going to create, because you want to render that fat down, and then that's what is going to sort of help make that delicious carbonara sauce. Grab my wooden spoon, just kind of stir that up and get that to cooking and get that fat rendered down. So now it's time to get the scallops here. So I got some really nice sea scallops. Those are the bigger ones. The bay scallops are the smaller ones. And I like to just kind of experiment and find different spices whenever I go to stores. Actually, whenever I go like out of state or something, and I like to go to the grocery store and kind of just see what, I don't know, what regions of the country have different spices and things. Anyway, this one though was here in Arizona, and it's called Holy Smoke, and it is a olive oil, so it's kind of a smoky flavor. So I'm going to put a little bit of that onto the scallops, not a whole lot. And then my other favorite seasoning that I like to use for blackening is Zatarain's blackened seasoning. This is already salty, so you don't have to put any salt. Sometimes if you get a blackened seasoning, it's not a lot of salt in there, so you do have to add salt, but with this one, you don't. So you want to sprinkle some in, and with the scallops, you don't want to be that generous with it because scallops are very porous and they absorb seasoning a lot. So if you over season it, it will be like terrible. So you put a little bit on there, just enough to kind of coat it. You can see that's about it. I've got the bacon still cooking. I've got my water heating for the pasta. But now we are going to do our scallops. So I've got like a little grill here, and I've seasoned the scallops. And you want to just put them on the grill and don't move them. I oiled it with some Pam, and then of course when I seasoned them, I put the blackened seasoning on there along with some oil that has a little smoky flavor to it. So you want to put them on there. You can hear that nice sizzle. Oh, this is going to be so good. And probably like leave them on there and leave space between them because you want them to sear and not steam. So that's why I've got this long grill. So I would say you want to let them cook on this side until you start seeing like a little brown creep up on the side, and then you flip them, and then we'll put them off to the side. But this is going to be some good blackened scallops. You don't want to overcook scallops though, because if you do, then they become a little rubbery. So I'm going to cook the pasta, and the thing with the carbonara sauce is you want to take 2 eggs here, and I don't like to skimp on certain things, but with the pecorino romano cheese, it's expensive, but it's so worth the flavor. Also, when I put the egg in here, or with the egg, I use some white pepper. I just don't like to see the black specks in there, but white pepper I like to use. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put, a little more than half, maybe I don't know, maybe 1/4 of a cup, and you're gonna whisk this together to make the egg mixture. And the secret to this is that you're going to cook this in with the pasta and make it that nice creamy goodness, but you don't want scrambled eggs, so I'll show you how you have to kind of put it in there so that you don't get scrambled eggs. All right. Okay, so now here's the tricky part with the carbonara. The carbonara, what you have to make sure that you do is you have your egg, and then you also have pecorino romano cheese. I'm sorry. My Italian sucks, I know. Anyway, so you whisk that together, because what you're going to do is you're going to end up cooking that with the noodles, and that's what's going to make it that rich goodness. So now what the secret is that you want to take your pasta, and this is my homemade pasta that I made myself, and you want to just directly put it into the bacon and the pancetta. So you put it in there like so, and then here is the important part that you want to make sure. Turn the heat off, because what you don't want is you're gonna put this egg in there with the cheese, and you don't want scrambled eggs. What you want is a nice creamy sauce, and you want to slowly cook the eggs. So it's important to kind of mix it up like this with all the bacon and the pancetta and toss it around. And now that the heat is off, you want to slowly add the egg mixture, which also has the cheese in it, and you want to mix it as you go, because this is going to slowly cook the egg. But of course, what you don't want is you don't want scrambled eggs. So you move it around, mix it all up like so until you get that nice creamy goodness in the sauce. And if you feel that it is not creamy enough, or if it's too dry, as you can see here, actually mine is not, but you can see that it's not scrambled eggs. It makes that nice sauce. But if it is too dry, then take some of the pasta water and add that, of course, slowly as you're still tossing your pasta. Because that pasta water has a great deal of starch in it. You don't want to add too much because you don't want it to be soupy, but you do want to add enough to where, it's a nice consistency. And then what my mother would always say, you always have to have some color. So you've got some fresh parsley that you can put in there. And then you can add the rest of your pecorino romano cheese. And then you can just place your scallops that you have that I seared earlier. You can see they've got some good grill marks on there. And serve it up. Just kind of throw that in there. Now traditionally I don't think it comes with blackened scallops or whatever, but I just kind of cook according to flavors that I like. I love blackened seasoning, I love carbonara, I like fresh pasta, so why not put it all together? Anyway, bon appetit and keep watching.